What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be doing right now is going over the top 10 quarterbacks in MUT 23. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so there's something I want to explain to you guys real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the top 5, the ones that that are expensive and the ones that certain people go after, and then I'm going to go over the top 5 budget beasts for you guys, right? And so out of the top 5, like the high overall cards and the ones that are going for quite a bit of coins, I'm going to pick one of those players out of the top 5, and out of the budget beasts, I want to pick one of the players out of the top 5 budget beasts, right? So you guys can actually get a good idea of who are the QBs out there, how good they are, and if you had to pick between one of those groups, the best one to pick, right? Because there is some good options. In the end, I'm going to be honest with you, you guys can't go 100% wrong if you go with any one of these top 10. However, when it comes to your coins and when it comes to making those few pivotal plays, I'm going to explain to you right now which are the best ones to go with, right? So I'm going to go straight to the auction house because there is a few that I got on my team when it comes to, like, for instance, I got Drew BLEDSOE and a few other QBs, but I'm going to go straight to the auction house just so I don't have to go back and forth, and I'm going to show you guys the QBs. Like I said, I do got 2 of them, but I want to go ahead and just because I don't want, like I said, I want to go back and forth right there. So let's go. We're going to go to the 90 overalls, and then we're going to go QB, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through these QBs for you, and I'm going to show you guys once again, right? I'm going to go over the top 5 ones that are actually, going for quite a bit of coin. Maybe not as much for some people, but for some people, you're not going to spend 400k coins because you need those coins for other players too. So keep in mind, after this, I'm going to go over the top 5 budget beasts, so just stay with me. So the first one I'm going to go through is going to be, I'm going to go over here to one of these because sometimes when I click on those, people buy it and I gotta move away. It's gonna be Drew BLEDSOE. Let me tell you one thing right here, is that not only that I'm a Cowboy, I'm just happy that he happened to play for the Cowboys too, because I have a good QB for a while. But if you guys don't know yet, a lot of people have been speaking highly about him as a player because his release is second to best when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. Just so you guys know that his release is second to best, and to me it's like number 1 because this guy gets off that ball so fast and certain plays to where I'm amazed at how he's able to get it, not only pass but complete the pass. Like it's just crazy how he plays, because before I was like, I got a QB as long as he's decent, I'll make plays. If I miss it, oh well, I just love playing Madden. It is what it is. But to have an actual good QB and to realize that there's actual QBs that could actually make completions like that is very insane, right? With 92 throw power, 87 short, 86 mid, 89 deep, 87 throw under pressure, 90 throw on the run, and 88 play action. So his stats are pretty decent, and if you add a strategy card to it, it'll boost him up even more, right? And his 81 speed on my squad, he's 82 because I run a 40-50. On my 50-50, he's 83. But even with that being said, that speed is perfect, man, because it's just enough to be able to run and throw on the run. And not just that, I have from the 15 to 20 yard line was able to run it into the end zone with him for a touchdown. That's how pretty fast he was able to go, right? The second one I'm gonna go through is that I don't know if a lot in the beginning when he first came out, this Ryan Fitzpatrick, a lot of people were like, oh, he's gonna end up being the best QB, this and that, right? But I haven't heard many people talking about him lately, right? But when he first dropped, he was one of the top QBs also, coming in at 83 speed, 92 throw power, 88 short, 87 mid, 89 deep, 90 throw under pressure, 88 throw on the run, and 82 play action, right? What I like about this card, he's a little bit faster. On a theme team, he'll be even more faster, but his stats are actually pretty decent. And also I played against him, and the way this guy was able to use this QB and make it happen was pretty priceless. So I would say that he's cool. When it comes to these top QBs that I'm going to show you, it's all going to come to preference, and it's all going to come to who you like because you want them on your team. Remember, this is Madden. You want to play with one of your favorite players and have a good, some people might be stuck with certain QBs, and I want to show you if that's the QB you're stuck with, then you're not in a bad position, right? So just bear with me. So that's really what it's going to come down to, but he's actually decent also. So he's another good pick. Maybe there's some people, they might not care, be like, oh, I really ain't tripping on him. They want to go with all the top name QBs. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for Drew BLEDSOE, matter of fact, I would actually go with the QBs I have in my item binder because I wouldn't have to go for another QB. I only got Drew BLEDSOE because he was a Cowboy, and to come to find out, he happened to be one of the top 3 quarterbacks in Madden. Another one, I will go with this Justin Herbert. And what I like about this Justin Herbert is that year after year, they usually give him good throw power. As you can see, they give him 93 throw power. And if you add a strategy card to him, he's going to have insane throw power. With the 84 speed, 90 short accuracy, 87 mid, 90 deep accuracy, 90 throw on the run, 90 throw on the pressure, 89 throw on the run, and 85 play action. So this card right here is another top QB. Once again, it's going to come to preference. Like, hey, I'm a Chargers fan, whatever the case may be, or I just like Justin Herbert, Justin Herbert when he was in college. Whatever the case may be, some people just like him as a player and they want him on the squad, and they're not really going to care for a Drew Bledsoe, even though he might even be better than him. So that's what it's going to come down to. But he's another one of the top 5 I'm going to go through. There's 2 more cards that I'm going to go over the top 5, and then I'm going to go over the top 5 budget beasts, and it's going to complete the top 10. And then out of the top 5, once again, I'm going to pick my number 1 card. So the other one I'm going to have to go with, all the way down here, is going to be Lamar Jackson, right? It's going to be Lamar Jackson. I have one more after this. The thing about this Lamar Jackson, though, I like this card, man. I like this card. If he played like Drew Bledsoe, it would be different, but I know he don't. Year after year, they released a card, and from me playing against them, because I shut them down on several games with my 40-50 Dallas Cowboy theme team, and also what people were saying, his release is horrible. It's not that great, right? But it doesn't mean that he's still not a top QB. He's still a top QB in MUT, depending on how we use him. Right, he's the fastest QB in MUT. That's what makes him one of the top ones, right? And has a high overall with these good stats and makes him a lot better. It just, his release is not all that. You just got to learn to utilize it, and you got a great QB on your hand. The only difference is he's going for a lot of coins because everybody wants him, which, I mean, I don't blame him, right? 90 speed, 89 throw power, 89 short accuracy, 85 mid, 87 deep, 89 throw under pressure, 90 throw on the run, and 92 play action, man. One of the most highest play action cards that I've seen yet when it comes to the play action. So this is a decent card. He goes for a lot of coins. Usually people will get him because he's fast and because, you know, he's one of the known players, a fan favorite that everybody wants, right? So usually if you pick him up, that's usually what's going to be because. And usually if they see him in your top 10, some people might want to, your top 3, when you're on head-to-head, they see him. A lot of times people quit out because they're like, I don't want to go against Lamar. Me, I was like, I can't wait because I know my defense that I'm going to run. Sometimes, you know, I'll get smoked. I mean, they will smoke me on points. But a lot of times I force myself to play because I was like, I want to shut this guy down. I know he's worth this much coins, and I want to show him at times that it's not always about having the best player. It's about being able to utilize that best player. So keep that in mind. Just because Lamar's the top QB in MUT, you got to be able to learn how to utilize him in order to get the most out of him. All right, so just keep that in mind. But he's one of the top ones, and then I'm gonna show you guys my last top one, which is going to be right here, right? I'm going to show this guy some love. This Tua card, once it came out, man, everybody was talking about it. Oh, man, it's going to be the best card in MUT, this, and that. And he's a great card. Once again, it's going to come to preference, come to your style, what you want to use, and if he's a fan favorite for you, like if you just like him as a player, right? Which I don't mind him. I mean, to me, this guy's a great card. It's just there's so many of them, and I picked the one that I picked. But he comes in at 87 speed, 89 throw power, 90 short accuracy, 87 mid, 89 deep accuracy, 88 throwing the pressure, 92 throwing the run, and 89 play action, right? This is the second one I've seen with high play action. So this card is good. Once again, it's going to come to preference and what you want. And if you like him as a player, and if you already have him, or if he's easy accessible to you, right? That's another thing also. So when it comes to these 5 cards that I named, all these top 5 cards, I'm going to be honest with you, considering that these other cards are more expensive, I'm going to go with Drew Bledsoe if I had to pick one. Not only is he cheaper, he's better. And the reason why he's better is because of his release. His release is fast. It's insane, man. Just the way he's able to get off that ball. These other players, their release ain't that fast. But once again, if you know how to use that player items card and be able to make plays happen, you'll be able to do a lot of things with them. But with Drew Bledsoe, under pressure, everything else, the way he's able to get that ball off, throw it out fast, and knowing that he got set feet lead for 3 AP and stuff like that, this makes this card, in my opinion, a much better card. And out of all these 5 cards, these top 5 cards, he happens to be the budget beast out of those 5 cards, considering that the other cards are going for more. But once again, though, it all goes to your preference, whatever one. You can't go wrong with any of those cards I just named. I'm going to be honest with you guys from there. You cannot go wrong with them. at all. So once again, but if you ask my opinion, I will go with Drew Bledsoe, and I always pick him. And a lot of people from the community say the same thing, right? So now let's go to my item binder, because I have the budget beast in my item binder already. Oh, that's the sets, because I've been using them, so I have a lot more experience with these cards. Let me go out here. Let's go like that. I'm sorry. Let's go. All right, here we go. QB. Yeah, so we got a lot of them, right? So here we go right here. We got all the budget beasts that I'm gonna. Okay, besides one, there's one in here that I don't have. That's a budget beast. But out of here, right here, you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna talk about 4 of them, and then I'm gonna go to the other one that's not actually in my item binder, because I have 4 of them in here. That's why. So the first one, we're gonna talk about is TREVOR Lawrence. TREVOR Lawrence is not only free, he's a good budget beast. But once again, if you guys ask me how you go about getting them, you only was able to get them through the competitive pass the first week. I mean, the first when Madden first dropped, the first 2 weeks of Madden, because it was in the competitive pass. If you didn't complete the competitive pass the first 2 weeks and get him, you can't get him at this moment right now. You cannot get him. So if that's the question you guys ask, go you can't get him. However, I have other options for you, so stay tuned. But I do like this card, and then if I didn't have the card I had, I still use him, and he was actually making plays for me. I really like this card a lot. Coming in at 88 speed, 88 throw power, 88 short action, 85 mid, 84 deep, 87 throw under pressure, 90 throw on a run, and 80 play action. His stats are not really that great in comparison to the higher overalls I showed you, but I'm telling you right now, man, as a budget beast, and considering that he's free, he's not really even a budget beast, right? Because he's free. A great card. I was really happy to use him. Another one that I'm gonna show you guys right here. Where is he at? Where is he at? Oh, here. It's down here. Justin Herbert. This Justin Herbert not only is cheap, great budget beast, man. I know I showed you guys the high overall version, but if you're not able to get him, he's another option, right? Because not only is he 78 speed, which is a little fast for 86 overall, he got 87 throw power, man. 85 short action, 82 mid, 85 deep, 81 throw under pressure, 84 throw on a run, and 82 play action. And he was actually one of my first QBs that I got for getting those bundles, those team builder bundles, and I actually was using him for a while, and he actually played pretty good. So those two, and the other two I'm going to mention, I'm not going to really speak about this Russell Wilson. Not everyone was able to get him. What I will say is that they're accessible is Tim Tebow and Carson Wentz. Them two are other good budget beasts, and Tim Tebow is free. You could get him right now if you guys want to go and complete the objectives and everything else to get him. And I do like him. I played against him, and I got dotted with him. Once again, he's not the greatest at release and even like accuracy. However, if you know how to utilize them, you will get off the ball and you will make plays happen. So don't get it twisted. I was dotting people up with 84 overall Dak Prescott. And this guy got 87 speed, 88 throw power, 87 short action, 85 mid, 81 deep, 80 throw under pressure, 83 throw on a run, and 88 play action. So once again, it comes to how you're going to be able to utilize the card. But if I had no card to use, and I wouldn't hesitate to use Tim Tebow. Like, I would figure out a way to use them and make it happen. And the other one, before I go to the last one, will be this Carson Wentz. What I liked about him, he was a set piece, which I was able to get him back for free. And he's very cheap right now, right? And this guy, seen a lot of people running around with him, and he was good. With 79 speed, he was able to run and make it happen. 86 throw power, 88 short action, 82 mid, 85 deep, 82 throw under pressure, 87 throw on a run, and 85 play action. And I used him for quite a bit too in the beginning, especially once he was available, because he was able to make things happen. Now to the last card that I'm going to go ahead and speak about is going to be right here, which you guys probably already know already, right? So let me go ahead and find him. Where is he at? He's a budget beast, but he's still a little bit more expensive than, like, you know, Patrick Mahomes. Not too much, but just a little bit, right? Where is he at? Well, they lost him right here. This Aaron Rodgers, which he's right here. He's 172. I seen him earlier for 140 and 130. So you could actually get him cheaper. Let me go down here. You could actually get him cheaper, just to let you guys know that. Just, you might want to snipe him real quick. But I seen him earlier, like, real fast. He didn't even style that fast, for about 140. So you could get him for a lot cheaper. But this guy right here, he's going for 175 because he is a quick sell. He quick sells for 140K. So that's the difference, right? So if I were to pick one up, I'll probably pick him up because he's a quick sell also. Might as well be able to get those that quick sell value from him if you ever have to in the future. But now we're gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. 72 speed, 87 throw under pressure, 87 Short accuracy, 87 mid, 85 deep, 88 throw under pressure, 87 throw on a run, and 85 play action. And let me tell you one thing, there's still people, no matter how many cards are in this game, that are still using him as the #1 QB. His release is the #1. Drew Bledsoe is #2. I only picked Drew Bledsoe because, you know, he has a lot better stats. But a lot of people, when it comes to release, still go with Aaron Rodgers because this guy's making play happens, and he happens to be the best QB when it comes to his release. Just to let you guys know that, right? So, you guys could basically tell where I'm going to go for the top QBs. So, out of the top 5 budget beasts that I spoke about right now, I'm going to have to go with this Aaron Rodgers, which is the last one I spoke about when it comes to the budget beast, because a lot of people, even Goon Squads, are still running around Aaron Rodgers because his release is insane and his stats are actually real good, right? His stats are real good. And if you put a strategy card in, these stats will go up even higher. And on a theme team, it'll be even better, right? So, that's one thing I want to let you guys know right now. So them are all the top 10 QBs in Madden. 5 top for the high overalls, 5 top budget beasts, and I picked 1 and 1 out of both of those sets, right? Just to let you guys know. For the first 5, the higher overalls, I picked Drew Bledsoe, and for the 5 budget beasts, I'm gonna pick Aaron Rodgers. But for some reason, they just say, for instance, hey, I can't afford that much coins, because there's some people out there who can't really afford Aaron Rodgers. You could actually get some of those other players that I mentioned earlier through solos and all that. You could go with Carson Wentz. You can't go bad with Carson Wentz, and you can't go bad with Tim Tebow, right? Like, I'm going to be honest with you, they're free players and they're good budget beasts, right? But if I had to pick between those 5, I would definitely go Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is a goon, and it shouldn't really be that hard to get him. He's like, now he's going for that much. But once again, he's 140K quick sell, so that's why. But anyways, there it is there. If you guys like seeing drop a like on the video. If you guys need sub to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in.